Let me start by saying what I mean by power. Power is the ability to affect others to get what you want.
Okay, so I'm going to revisit this Joseph Nye soft power, hard power, falsehood, and hopefully do a better job of explaining why it's not power. Soft power is not power. Hard power is not power. Military power is not power. Smart power or whatever other things they've come up with following Joseph Nye's soft power falsehood. So why isn't it power? Why is it not power? Well, because it could fail. That is, I think, the best way to show that it's not power. It could fail. So what happens when it fails? Well, first of all, Joseph Nye talks about, or he defines power. He defines power as, how does he put it? Well, the ability to persuade people. I don't remember his exact definition. Maybe I'll put it in. But he talks about people. Like, you can't have power over an object or an animal. You can move an object from here to there. You have the power to move an object. You have power isn't just applied to people. Power is the ability to affect change. That's the best definition I've been able to find. And there are a lot of bad definitions out there. This is why it concerns me that he's got this wrong. Because power is misunderstood and demonized. So, I mean, everybody knows power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Everyone has power, so we're all corrupted? Come on, man. This is the competition for power. This is manipulation. We're being manipulated. They tell you shouldn't want power. Why? So you won't compete? Psyching someone out before a race, you say, hey, you shouldn't want to race. But when that starter pistol goes off, you'll see them take off running. They want power. They demonize it, and they say you shouldn't want it, but they want it. So they're just trying to get you to not compete. It's all a manipulation. Anyways, power is the ability to affect change. We all have the ability to affect change. But voluntary agreement through trade, agreement through coercion. This is what we're talking about here. Soft power is voluntary agreement. Getting someone to voluntarily agree. That's what he's referring to when he says soft power. Hard power, getting someone to agree through coercion or trade. I believe trade is included, whether or not it is. These are the three methods that you can use to get someone to agree. Getting someone to agree can be done using voluntary agreement, agreement through trade, or agreement through coercion. Using these three methods, you could get someone to agree. Possibly. But they all could fail. If they succeed, is it then power? If soft power succeeds, then it must be soft power, right? Wrong. Power has been exercised, but the method does not make it power. It makes it a method. The agreement, that's the power. Getting them to agree. You could use all three of these methods at the same time. You could use one of these methods, two of these methods. You could offer someone something in trade. They could say no. Then you could add coercion. Now let me put it in a nation, since Joseph Nye was talking about nations, right? Let me put it in a nation scenario. A scenario with nations. Let's say you want to fly over a nation to bomb another nation. So you go to the nation you want to fly over and you say, may I fly over your country to bomb that other country? And they say, no, we want to remain neutral. Okay? No power has been exercised. They didn't agree. There's no soft power, there's no power whatsoever. But if they do agree that it's power, no, it's the method, right? Now you offer them something. We will give you a better trade agreement if you let us fly over. In fact, we'll remove all tariffs from your goods if you let us fly over to bomb that other country. No, we want to remain neutral. No power has been exercised. Once again, no agreement has been made. Now let's say you try and use coercion. Say, if you don't let us fly over your country to bomb that other country, we're going to slap a bunch of tariffs on your goods. We're going to put a bunch of sanctions on you. So you better let us fly over. And they still say, no, we want to remain neutral. Do what you got to do, but we're not ever going to let you fly over. Okay, wait a minute. What if we give you military aid, a good trade deal, if you agree, and if you don't agree, we're going to stop selling you any military equipment whatsoever, and we're going to slap a bunch of tariffs on your goods. Now you got trade and coercion being used at the same time. The power comes when they agree. These are just methods you could use. You see? Now, power is the ability to affect change. This is a method, not power. I'll give you a little example here. Flight. You want to fly, right? You want to fly. You could fly in an airplane, you could fly in a helicopter, you could fly in a hot air balloon. But an airplane, a helicopter, a hot air balloon, they're not flight. They're vehicles you could use to fly, but they're not flight. Now you see a plane sitting on the ground, it's not flight. That plane may never fly. It may be broken. The engine may be damaged. It may have something wrong with it. Until it flies, there's no flight. It can enable you to fly, but it's not flight. Okay, I hope that helps you understand that voluntary agreement, agreement through trade, agreement through coercion are methods, but they're not power. The power is what I call S-power, getting someone to agree. You could use all three of those methods at the same time. You could use one of those methods. Power is getting someone to agree. I call that power S power. Getting everyone to agree, I call it K power. And one of the reasons people don't understand power is because of the lack of subgroups. So I'm trying to name different power subgroups. So that's S power, K power, and then transportation power, I call T power, and I forget if I've come up with any other names, but I'm trying to come up with names. They're not very good right now. Maybe I'll come up with something better, or someone else will come up with something better. But anyway, this is to try and help people understand power and the competition for power. And Joseph Nye has it wrong. I kind of insulted Joseph Nye on a previous video. I called him either a liar or an idiot. Now, look, we all have corruption. We're all corrupted by the competition for power, because the competition for power makes us compete. When you're competing, your goal is to win. You want to win, therefore you're biased. Competition corrupts your thinking. You know, I gave Joseph Nye a lot of credit. You know, he figured out, you know, the 3 voluntary trade coercion, but he kind of like was headed towards the finish line, and then he swerved off the road. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. It doesn't matter, but the fact is he got it wrong. These are not power. Soft power is not power. Hard power is not power. What he calls hard power, soft power, not power. Smart power, not power. Military power, not power. Power comes from the success of the method. One of the methods, a few of the methods, all of the methods, they're methods. They're not power. So thanks for watching.